G'day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. So this is going to be the final video for the Journey of a Noob series, and it's basically just going to be me talking about my thoughts about DB Legends after this. It's been about a week since the last video of the DB Legends series, the Journey of a Noob series, and basically I'm just going to show you guys briefly what we kind of done. Basically this is our team now that we use for PvP. We've gotten to about rank 36. I did slow down on the PvP. I haven't summoned yet. I'm kind of saving these stones for anniversary, I think. But this Khalifa was really cool. I dropped like 2,000 stones and you could basically instant Zenkai get her to like 2 red stars, which seemed like a good deal to me because that's like the equivalent of 3 summons, and it was a really good unit. And she doesn't fit entirely in my team, but it was really, really good. I'm working on this free-to-play team. They're getting there. I do their daily missions. And also just, yeah, that's really it for our teams. We don't have much because I haven't summoned, so yeah. But we got this Krillin. I awakened his equipment as well, so like that was a really cool experience, learning that and everything. I'm working on like a God Key team from some of the units I've managed to get, which I'm just gonna kind of rename here. And Charlotte, we're gonna get, he's got a God transformation, which apparently fits really well on God Key, so I'm hoping to make that work. But yeah, beyond that, we haven't picked up too much from like our ticket summons or anything. Just a couple random sparkings, you know. And yeah, that's really about it. We managed to finish the first stage of Boss Rush. We got a Z ranking in it as well, which obviously let us get like 500 Awakening Souls or something. I was a bit upset because I thought it was actually 500 Z power, and I thought I was going to get like a free unit, but it turned out to be Awakening Souls, which was alright, but not obviously my first choice. I would have preferred, you know, a new sparking unit or something, and it was really hard for me as a new player to finish that first stage, so I was like expecting a bit more. And yeah, I've been doing this daily mission each day, trying to get some more Z power for Goku and, you know, some Super Saiyan units. I finished this Khalifa event here, and I've just kind of been farming her gear as well. So yeah, we've done quite a bit of the content, or like the casual content or whatever. In terms of the casual content, the PvE stuff, the farming, for a new player, the grind, like the absolute grind, the amount I had to leave my phone playing Legends, randomly pressing autoplay on story missions, randomly pressing autoplay on upgrade missions, randomly pressing autoplay on these, you know, story events to finish missions, to farm characters, to attempt boss rush and stuff. That was crap. That was so bad. And the PvP, so let me just talk about the PvP, because obviously the PvP is what everyone thinks about. So we got a couple wins and everything, but honestly, so PvP is a mixed bag. PvP can be awesome. There are some fights I've had in PvP where I've battled real players. Neither of us have had very serious lag, and they've been super fun. They've been down to the wire, even teams, last hero on last hero, you know, dodging into attacks, supers, finishing, really, really awesome. And it's been super crap the other 50% of the time. Actually, 60% of the time. Like, lag is terrible. I know I'm in South Africa, so I have bad ping, probably, or whatever the situation is, but lag is just terrible. Like, other players will lag and it seems like it benefits them. It seems like lagging almost helps you win the match. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Then you either lag or you come up against some dude who's got a mega team. That's alright when it happens. Like, you can't avoid that, so that's okay. But like, you lag, then mega team, then lag, then bot match, like you fight a literal bot. It's crap at the game. It's nothing like a normal player. It loads in 2 seconds. There's no latency, so you know straight away it's a bot. And you win, but it doesn't feel great. And then you play a real player in a good game. So like 1 out of every 6 is probably a very good match. The other one is a bot game, and then the rest is either lag or some dude stomping you. which is okay. Like, it's a mobile game PvP, so what can I expect? But like, for a game that its biggest draw is its PvP, it just feels a little bit undercooked, at least from me. Like, it feels a tiny bit undercooked. And I've played maybe 80 matches of PvP now, or maybe 65 matches of PvP, but it just feels a little bit undercooked. So yeah, like, that aspect for me alone was a bit disappointing, because I wanted to play some crisp, cut, simple PvP, but fun PvP, and that just didn't seem to happen as often as I'd like. And the PvE content, yeah, it's not great. It's difficult. Some of it's difficult. Like, the boss rushes are quite difficult. There's some difficult content, but one of the main things about PvE is the difficult content comes with caveats. Like, the bots very clearly regenerate vanishing faster than you. Sometimes they draw cards faster than they should be. Like, you can see that it's artificial difficulty because they've just altered the rate at which they draw or manufacture attacks, which, you know, is like, it gets boring. Like, you know, it's okay playing a difficult fight, but not when the guy's, you know, card drawing 17 cards when he shouldn't be. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, yeah, beyond that, I mean, the game's alright. It's alright. I'll probably continue with it. I'll do like a weekly update on it, because it is Dragon Ball Z, and I like the gacha Dragon Ball Z aspect of it. And it is, yeah, it is, like I say, the good PvP games are super fun. But just the grind, the grind is so bad. Like, to get where I am, I had to literally leave this phone on. And I had a long weekend where I only played Legends, basically, for like a week straight. Like, literally 6 hours of my day is leaving my phone playing and farming in Legends. Like, that's just how bad it is. Like, at night, I'm playing other games or I'm editing videos, and my phone is just going Legends, 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 farm, 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 next battle, da-da-da. And Zenkai's terrible. Zenkai is straight up the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's literally paying stones to EZA your unit. I completely understand the notion of Zenkai, but like, compared to the EZA and Dokkan, it's just terrible. I can't handle this notion of paying stones, like things I should be using to summon cool cards for my collection, to Zenkai something. Like, Cauliflo is cool. That 2000 stone pack is a cool idea. That's a cool idea. I really support that dropping like 2000 stones and getting a unit, getting them to like a playable state. That is awesome. That's a great idea. But the Zenkais in itself is not great. Like, I don't support it at all. I think they should at least give you like a daily discount of like 20 stones in a Zenkai. Like, it can range between any to nothing, but like the same way they do for summons, they need like a daily discount for stones. For Zenkais, I think that needs to happen. So overall, if I had to like rate Legends, it's PvE grind, 5 out of 10. Some of the hard PvE content, is super fun. Co-op is okay. The Frieza boss rush and stuff like that is okay as well. Probably more fun with a better box, but even then, the PvE mechanics are just not great. The fights themselves aren't that fantastic. PvP, 6 out of 10. I've played better PvP in mobile games. I think if the servers, I know I'm South African, so I gotta take it with a pinch of salt, but I think if the servers were a bit better, the matchmaking is not really a problem. So I think if the servers were a tiny bit better and I just wasn't playing with lag in like 50% of my matches, then it would be much better. The summoning system is pretty cool. I like the step ups and the tickets. I haven't summoned on anything, but the amount of free tickets they give you is pretty rad. So that's cool, and I did get some really shiny units as a free-to-play player. I've got some pretty cool units as a free-to-play player, so from a summoning, free-to-play aspect, I think it's pretty cool. They at least give you some cool stuff. It may not be the best, but I mean, they give you some cool-looking stuff. And then, yeah, the Tournament of Power is not a thing. It's basically chain battle for Legends. It's just a really weird PvE thing they've put in to generate resources for you, which is fine. It's not effort. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just a thing. And yeah, overall, Legends feels like a 6 out of 10 game to me. over time, maybe it'll feel a bit better. Maybe it'll be closer to that 7 out of 10 mark, especially if, obviously, when I summon, maybe when I get a bit of a bigger box, I'll be able to make some different teams for PvP. But yeah, I think the server issues, at least for me as a South African, so that is my one like big star in the right hand corner. That for me is something that obviously I can't change, and it just may be something that plagues my Legends experience. But the games I do have that are good are super enjoyable. So if there's one, I will keep playing the game, because just those couple PvP games, like that 1 or 2 PvP games a day that are fun, are actually worth keeping the game around. Losing in that doesn't really affect me. So having those 1 or 2 really fun games where you win or lose, but it really goes down to the wire, that makes it worth it to me. So yeah, if you're interested in starting Legends, take a note that obviously my PvP experience is slightly different because of the distance between me and any civilized nation. But yeah, like PvE, it is a bit of a grind, especially the start. There's a lot of just auto playing and clicking and leaving your phone on. So be prepared to do other stuff while you just let them auto play story and events and everything. But once you get through that initial grind, it becomes very casual, I want to say. Like, yeah, okay, there's a lot of skipping and stuff like that, and using skip tickets and stamina and stuff. But like, once you do that sort of stuff, like, it's really not too bad, like it's relatively enjoyable. It's casual, so it's nothing too hard. Like, you do 3 co-op missions a day, you finish some challenges, you move some story, you use your stamina, you click adventures. Like, it's nothing hectic. The only real thing is it's very nitty. So like in Dokkan, I can log in the morning, log in the mid-afternoon, and maybe log in at night. And I can chow up a lot of stamina with a boost. I can pop in, pop out. In Legends, it's not like that. Your stamina regenerates a lot more. You get a whole bunch of stamina from just doing events and stuff. And you tend to spend a lot of time like opening your phone to open Legends to like, and if you want to actively do stuff, like, you have to leave your ass to autoplay story or something with your stamina, or autoplay an event, or autoplay this, or autoplay that. You can't, like, you can just go in and skip tickets on an upgrade mission and get a whole bunch of Z souls, which is fine, you can use those later. But if you do that all day, every day, for a week, you're just going to end up soul boosting a lot of characters on the weekend. You're not going to have gained that many chrono crystals, or like progressed your account anyway. Especially as a new player, it's not going to help you. So, yeah. It is one of those things. This, by the way, was actually one of those PvP games that was quite fun. But it was against a bot, I'm pretty certain. So, yeah, or it wasn't, or he was just as bad as me. But either way, like, there are some really fun PvP games, and I think PvP is, although it's probably the most disappointing aspect from the fact that Legends is PvP focused, and I was really hoping for a crisp, clean experience, it also is the aspect that I would come back for, because it is fun when you have the good games, and yeah, it definitely is PvP. It's definitely fighting other people. So yeah, like 100%. I really, yeah, it's a 6.5 out of 10 game for me right now. And for me, Dokkan sits at like a 7.5, 8 kind of mobile game. Obviously, I'm way more experienced in Dokkan. I have way more going on in Dokkan. I've way more invested in Dokkan. But Dokkan for me is a 7.5 out of 10, maybe an 8, like in the big celebrations. And Legends right now feels like a 6.5. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I will continue to play Legends. I'll do a weekly update on it. I've enjoyed it enough to keep playing it. It is my only other mobile game on my phone. And I do content on it, so I do enjoy it. But I just think there's a couple of small things they could do to really improve on the game. One of those being, like, especially since you're going to let people autoplay missions, just let them continually autoplay the story until they fail. I know it's probably the most counterintuitive thing ever, and I hate autoplay in general as a function. But if you're going to have it, just go all the way with it, and just literally let your, especially new players, just let them run through the story, and then it stops at cutscenes and they can click through those and gather the story up. Because like, it's just so tedious to keep smashing confirm, click, use stamina, confirm, click, click 3, confirm, click, 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 click. Like, it's not necessary. Zenkai, give a daily discount, 20 stones for a single summon of around about, anywhere between 20 to 100 Zenkai souls. Yes, it will take people like 3 months to fully Zenkai unit or whatever, or even limited to like only 50 Zenkai souls can be got from the discount summon. Yeah, it'll take you 3 months, but I mean, at least people then can realistically get it without spending a lot of stones. Like, if you're not going to make them events, then just make them stones. The Goku, pretty cool. The Ultra Legend or whatever he is, Goku, pretty rad. Was fun getting him. It's probably the most fun PvE content I did in the game. And I do like the special campaigns, and like the rate at which they give out characters is really good. I just think they could do a bit more with the Zenkai system in making it work for players. And then yeah, other than that, I think really good. Obviously it sounds like I'm complaining a lot, but just highlighting the things from my experience. I also played very heavily to get the content out, to get the account to a point, to experience everything within the series. So it may be different for people that more casually work their way through it, that play at a more casual rate, I think the tutorial's great. That is one thing that is definitely way better than Dokkan. The system that they have in place to teach you about every mechanic in the game, yeah, it touches on it very briefly, and it doesn't explain like how heavy the grind is. Like, for example, Zenkai awakening your units to like 20% or 50% or 100% is ridiculously like stamina intensive. But it explains it well enough that like I never felt like I wasn't explained something. Like, I was explained equipment, I was explained awakening equipment, I was explained Z boosting, soul boosting, I was explained Zenkai awakenings, I was explained Z abilities, I was explained like evasions, vanish stepping. So I think, yeah, you watch 1 or 2 YouTube videos along with their tutorial they have in-game, and I think genuinely it's a good tutorial. Like, it is one of the better tutorials I've had in a game in general, let alone just a mobile game. So the tutorial is really solid. I really enjoyed that. I think it was really good, and I wish they would do something like that in Dokkan. I haven't played Dokkan from the beginning anytime soon, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Legends. I'll check you guys in the next video. Cheers and bye.